guys, you caught me in the kitchen today. I was just getting ready to start working on bottling up my homemade vanilla extract, and I figured why don't I just turn on the camera and bring you guys along. So if you're like me and you like to give those edible gifts during the holidays, now is the perfect time to get started. The vanilla extract isn't by any means like an original idea or original recipe. It's fairly simple to do. So the main thing to keep in mind is that it takes time to steep, usually around a minimum of 4 weeks. So the longer the better. It's going to be more potent. It's going to have more of that vanilla flavor. I'm going to be making some of these as gifts, so I'm going to go ahead and get started on that today. And I thought, you know, let me give you guys a reminder that if you're like me and you like giving edible gifts, this is a great one to give to somebody in your family or friends if you know somebody that enjoys getting in the kitchen and baking and cooking. But it takes time, so now is the time for us to go ahead and get started. All you're going to need is some vanilla beans and some vodka. Bourbon is also a popular one that people use. I find it just not to be as versatile as vodka, so I'm going to just stick with the vodka. I find I can use it in more recipes than if bourbon is used, so I'm not going to go with the bourbon. You most definitely can use bourbon, but I'm going to use vodka today. You want to find something that is at least 75 proof. All the store-bought vanilla extracts are made with some type of alcohol as well. This isn't anything that I'm just making up. If you look at the ingredients on our store-bought vanilla, it's going to have some type of alcohol, whether it's bourbon or vodka. That may vary, but it's going to be listed as alcohol, and I don't think there is any other type of way around the alcohol. I think you definitely need alcohol to make this recipe. You're going to need some vanilla beans. These are Madagascar beans. Then you're going to need some bottles. You don't need these type of bottles. It just depends on what size you're trying to use. You're going to need different bottles, or you can use mason jars. These are definitely on Amazon. I found these little cute ones when I was living in Korea. So this is the size that I'm going to be using today because these are going to be for gifts. So the rule is 1 bean per 2 ounces of vodka. These jars are a little over 2. They're about 2.5 ounces. So what I'm going to do is a bean and a half for each one, or I might even just do 2 beans and make it a little bit more potent. It's just going to give it a deeper flavor. Not really going to do any harm, but you just want to be mindful of 1 bean per 2 ounces of alcohol. You could use a larger jar, which is just going to require a lot more beans. If this was something more personal for me, I probably would do a size like this because I'm always using vanilla, cooking with vanilla, so I go through it pretty quick. One of these would be a good size for your own personal use, but for a gift guide, I think this is a really good size. This is 2.5 ounces, and it's really cute. It's going to be perfect in a little gift basket that I'm going to be putting together. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to want to do is get these vanilla beans split open. I'm just going to move those out of the way and just get this one stretched out completely. And you just want to run your knife across it and just go ahead and expose those beans. That is just going to bring out all the flavor. Definitely don't want to skip this step. Make sure that you cut them open and expose all those beans. This is fairly easy to do, you guys. The only thing is just this is a reminder to get started on it now. If this is something that you're going to want to do, you need to do it now. It smells amazing. So I'm just getting these beans cut open. Wow. You really want to get all those beans exposed before you put them into your jar. I'm going to cut these because these jars are smaller. Just going to cut these in half. Might need to even cut them a little bit smaller. Oh, nope, that fits good. So I'm going to go ahead and get my beans put in here into the first one. So that's 1 bean. So I'm going to go ahead and do 2 beans per each. 2 whole beans for the 2.5 ounces, just to make it a little bit more potent. We got the first little jar done. I'm gonna just put that aside for a minute until I get the other ones cut up.
It is healthy.
It is?
Yeah.
All right, I got all my beans cut open and into their jars. My 2 little gifts here, and I'm gonna go ahead and get the vodka poured in. I'm gonna use this funnel. So you wanna make sure that you get the beans fully covered. Got the first one going. You can already see some of those beans coming out. You can already see the vanilla beans floating around in there. Alright you guys, that's it. It's too easy to do. It's fairly simple. Like I said, this is by no means, I'm not recreating the wheel or anything. This is by no means like an original recipe. The thing is, it just takes timing. So now is the perfect time. I'm gonna let these steep over the next couple of weeks, and I will be putting these together in a gift basket, an edible gift basket for Christmas. The longer the better. So I'm just gonna continue to give these a few shakes here and there and just let them steep. I can already see all the vanilla beans just floating around. And this is gonna be a great gift. So I highly encourage you to get started now if you wanna give some of these edible gifts away for the holidays. Do not wait, now is the time. It takes 4 weeks to get these things going, and the longer the better. So when you give it to somebody, you want it to be ready to go, potent, full of flavor, ready to go into somebody's recipe. Hopefully you enjoy making this homemade vanilla extract with me. Please like, comment, button right here to subscribe guys, and I'll see you in the next one.